Christmas doesn't arrive wrapped only in lights, songs, or marked calendars. True Christmas happens within. It arrives in silence. It manifests when something tired inside you decides not to give up. When, even with a heart bruised by the year lived, you choose to believe that there is still enough light to start anew. Because Christmas is not a date. It is an inner act of hope. Perhaps this year has not been easy. Perhaps you arrive here with more questions than certainties, with broken promises, with goodbyes that still weigh heavy, with dreams that weren't fulfilled as you expected, and yet you are still here, breathing, feeling, searching for meaning. That is already a silent miracle. Don't underestimate your resilience. Don't minimize your capacity to keep going when everything invited you to stop. Christmas reminds you of something essential. Light is not born in palaces, it is born in simplicity. It doesn't appear in the perfect, but in the fragile. It doesn't arrive when everything is in order, but when the world seems messy. The same thing happens with you. Your best version is not born when everything is going well, but when, despite the wounds, you decide to open space for hope. Stop for a moment. Breathe. Look within. There is a spark that was not extinguished. It may be tired, it may be dim, but it is still alive. That spark is your ability to believe in yourself again, to trust again, to rise again with a new intention, even if the past still hurts. Christmas comes to whisper that you are not broken, that you are not too late, that you did not lose your value because you made a mistake. This time of year invites us to look back without punishing ourselves, to acknowledge what we've lived through without judging ourselves harshly. You have done what you could with what you had at every moment. You have learned even from what went wrong. You have grown even when you didn't notice it. Every fall taught you something that is now part of your silent strength. Christmas does not demand that you be happy all the time. It doesn't ask for forced smiles or artificial joy. It asks for honesty. It invites you to sit with yourself and tell yourself the truth with compassion, to acknowledge what hurts without getting trapped there, to look at the future not with naivety but with a mature, conscious, firm hope. There is something profoundly transformative in closing the year without hatred toward yourself, in forgiving yourself, in letting yourself go, in saying, I did the best I could, and now I can do a little better. That inner gesture is a greater gift than any object, because when you treat yourself with mercy, something inside you aligns, orders itself, strengthens itself. Christmas also reminds you that you don't need to carry everything alone, that asking for support is not weakness, that resting is not surrendering, that stopping is not retreating. Sometimes the bravest act is allowing yourself to be tired without feeling guilty. It is allowing yourself silence. It is allowing yourself space. It is allowing yourself to heal without haste. Perhaps this new cycle doesn't need grand promises. Maybe you don't need to change everything at once. Sometimes a small but sincere decision is enough. Taking better care of your inner self, speaking to yourself better, choosing with more awareness, protecting your peace. The most lasting transformations do not arrive with noise, they arrive with constancy. Christmas is a sacred pause, a reminder that life is not just about producing, achieving, or demonstrating. Life is also about feeling, sharing, giving thanks, returning to the essential. And the essential has always been there. Your capacity to love, to learn, to get up, to try again. Look at the year ending as a teacher, not as an enemy. Look at the one beginning as a possibility, not as a threat. You don't know everything that will come, but you know something important. You have the strength to get through it. You have proven it before. You are still proving it now. Allow yourself to dream again, even if cautiously. Allow yourself to believe, even if fearfully. Faith in oneself is not the absence of doubts. It is moving forward despite them. And every conscious step you take, however small it seems, builds a new path. This Christmas, gift yourself presence. Gift yourself kind words. Gift yourself rest. Gift yourself truth. Gift yourself a fairer look at who you are and everything you have survived. You don't need to be perfect to deserve peace. You don't need to have everything clear to move forward. The light we celebrate doesn't come to demand more from you. It comes to remind you who you are when you take off the unnecessary weight. It comes to tell you that there is still time, that there is still meaning, that there is still a path, and that you are part of something greater than your mistakes, your fears, or your gray days. May this Christmas not just be a beautiful memory, but an inner turning point. A moment when you decide not to abandon yourself anymore, an instant when you choose to walk with more love toward yourself. Because when the light is born again inside, everything around, slowly, begins to find its place.